California has signed a new bill to prevent spikes in gas prices.
Plus, what you can expect from RCC's measure on your November ballot.
If you're looking forward to some cooler temperatures, they're on the way.
Watching out for you. This is NewsWatch 12 this morning.
Good morning. The time is 6 a.m. on Tuesday, October 15th. Welcome to NewsWatch 12 this morning. I'm Damon Alvarado.
And I'm Brinkley Hill. We're first going to check on the Stormwatch 12 meteorologist Sarah Kress. And Sarah, you were saying that the cooler weather is slowly starting to drift in.
Yeah, today we can expect to see cooler temperatures than yesterday. We're only going to make it up to the mid-70s for today, but it'll feel much better than even making it up to 80. But this morning we can still expect some cooler temperatures. Most of us in the Rogue Valley, as we do head out to the bus stop today, into the 40s. A few of us creeping up into the 50s. But by the time we're heading home, that's when we'll see temperatures into the 70s and some increased cloud coverage. That rain isn't going to be making it into our area just yet by the time we're coming home from school or work. But around the rest of the region, we're waking up with a lot of blue. It is very cool, especially east of the Cascades. 31 over into Lakeview to start your morning, 44 down in Montague, and along the coast, 56 in Brookings. Again, for the rest of today, we will be warming up. It'll be rather cool for most of the day, not making it up too warm. Even by lunchtime, we're still into the mid-60s. You're reaching that peak as we do head into the earlier evening hours, in the late afternoon, probably around 3 p.m. So not too bad for today. We'll talk more about the rain chances we're seeing heading into tomorrow and tonight coming up in our next forecast.
Rogue Community College has a $60.3 million bond on the ballot in November.
Here's a breakdown on how this bond aims to fund several projects at the college's campuses in Jackson and Josephine counties. Measure 17119 plans to address the community's need for the college to be a strong workforce provider. President Randy Weber said the bond would target programs that have seen significant growth and demand.
That's a challenge we see in our valley a lot, is that students don't have accessible education near them. So for example, we don't have science labs on our White City campus, and the bond would allow us to put science labs there, and sciences are required for essentially every program that we offer.
Weber also said that some improvements would need to happen regardless of whether the bond passes, but the bond supports would really amplify what they can accomplish. For every dollar raised from taxpayers, the state would match it with $15 million, but they first need to secure that initial funding.
Our responsibility is to make sure that we're providing an exemplary learning environment for students, but the other part is to make sure that the facilities we have are up to date and in shape so we don't have significant future costs. So it's preventative maintenance to avoid deferred maintenance.
The bond needs a simple majority, 50% plus one vote to pass, since both counties are considered one district for this purpose.
What we're seeing that's grown our enrollment has really been an increased demand in this skilled labor, as well as a return to students who are wanting to transfer on for a baccalaureate experience.
According to a pamphlet, a 2005 bond in Jackson County is expiring, so this new bond would replace it without raising property tax rates there. In Josephine County, where a 2016 bond runs until 2036, property taxes would increase by about $36 a year for a home valued at $400,000. And according to this year's Jackson County voters pamphlet, multiple leaders such as Oregon State Senator Jeff Golden, Representatives Emily McIntyre and Pam Marsh all approved this bond. This list also includes city officials, local leaders, health and trucking organizations. The only opposing argument came from Dr. Matthew Robinson, who says the bond involves costly renovations, programs should be self-sustaining, and the extra tax would burden struggling families.
The last day to register to vote in Oregon is today. Oregonians have the rest of the day to register to vote for the upcoming election, but for Californians, the final day to register to vote is going to be October 21st. To find where to register and how, you can head to our website, kdrv.com.
Moving into a money alert, Senators Ron Wyden and Jeff Merkley say $37 million is coming to Oregon. The funding will replace lead and copper pipes across the state. Funding from the bipartisan infrastructure law plans to help create safe drinking water within the next 10 years. Both senators expressed the importance of having access to safe and clean drinking water.
Outdoor explorers are going to have to start paying more for their adventures. Starting today, camping, parking, and reservation fees will start to increase. Oregon Park says that most increases are going to be between $2 to $5. The department is seeing record visitation numbers while still trying to combat inflation. Utility costs for Oregon parks have increased 28% over the last 4 years. And the last day to register a vote in Oregon is coming up fast. That's today. And the California's finals first day to register is the 21st. Again, you can head to our website.
California Governor Gavin Newsom has signed a new bill to prevent a spike in gas prices. Opponents of the measure say it could lead to higher prices at the pump. Newsom gave the green light to the California Energy Commission to decide new rules for oil refineries in California. The group will spend the next several months figuring out how much backup fuel supply refiners should have and where and how it should be stopped. This allows access when there's an outage or maintenance needed.
Big oil that knowingly continues to lie to the people of this state, our nation, for that matter, around the world. They are the polluted heart of this climate crisis. They continue to lie and they continue to manipulate.
The proposal faces backlash from major oil companies, refinery workers, and the governors of Nevada and Arizona. Republicans warned by taking fuel out of the market and replacing it with regulations on the oil industry, there's going to be increased costs for drivers in California and beyond. The governor and some Democrats celebrated new controls on the oil industry, saying it could actually save money at the pump.
California's bill comes after Chevron sent a scathing letter to lawmakers last week. The president of Chevron's downstream, midstream, and chemicals division warned the company may no longer do business in California if the legislature continues to move forward with regulations on the industry.
Hey, it's Terry Baker, the mayor here in Phoenix. Kind of an impromptu thing here, but I just want to let everybody know that Fire District 5 has officially occupied the public safety building downtown Phoenix. It's been a long time coming, but we're finally here.
This morning, the city of Phoenix has a new fire station. After 4 years, Jackson County Fire District 5 has rebuilt Station 3 from the Almeda fire. The fire district headquarters were damaged along with their fire engines, vehicles, firefighting gear, all destroyed. Now fully replaced, the fire crews shared that they're happy to be back home in Phoenix again after 4 years.
We're now over 2 weeks of the 34th annual Coach for Kids campaign, and we're already seeing our donations barrels getting filled up to the brim. So many across all of our regions throughout the area, and also some here at our station.
And it's been so exciting to see these barrels overflow with your support. If you have any new and gently used children's coats to give, please add them to these donation barrels. We have over 50 across Jackson, Josephine, and Klamath counties, but for a full list, you can head to our website, kdrv.com.
You can also donate to our Coach for Kids drive online or by check, and we accept checks sent to KDRV at our street address and online donations at kdrv.com. Once again, thank you for all your support this year. We're still going strong.